Foreshortening, the bane of a lot of artists. It can be hard if you don't know what to look for. So today I will share some tips on how to improve foreshortening that you can use to draw cool dynamic poses. The first tip I can give you is draw the character in stick form first. We have discussed the stickman in the previous video and how we can use that to draw any poses we like. So if you want to watch that, click the eye icon on the top of the screen. The stick method can help us determine the foreshortening of our character. Let's draw an arm so you can clearly see how this works. Here's what it looks like with the basic shapes, and here is what it looks like when we add details. Another tip I can give is to bend the limbs even slightly. One thing I notice is some people tend to draw the arms as a single straight cylinder, and that makes it look stiff and awkward. The thing is, when we stretch out our arms, it's not exactly super straight. There's a slight bend into it. Let's draw a sample. Just a quick stickman sketch. Let's draw a circle for the shoulder, a small line for the arms, and let's draw another circle for the elbows. It's okay if the two circles overlap a bit. It happens when we put things in perspective. Another line and another circle for the wrist. I'm gonna sketch this in top view just so you see how it's bent. Let's add the basic shapes here so that you can see what it looks like, because it can be a bit confusing seeing it in just the stick format. The next tip I'll be sharing is that our limbs have varying widths. Again, our arms and legs are not made with straight cylinders. If we look at our upper arm, it's actually wider by the shoulder. The forearm is similar. It curves wider at the start and gets narrower by the wrist. So instead of drawing a straight cylinder, draw them with some curves. If you haven't watched my video about drawing a male body, I have mentioned there about the straight curve technique when drawing the arms and legs. You can apply this on foreshortening as well. This is what it looked like when we cleaned it up a bit. You see the one side is straight and the other one is curved, and it looks more appealing than this. Let me just work on the rest of the basic shapes and then we'll proceed in adding the details. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below. When adding the details, always remember the volume. Don't just draw whatever lines when you're drawing clothing folds and sleeves. If you don't follow the volume, it's going to look weird and flat. It's gonna ruin the drawing. This is why we draw the basic shapes first, so we can have guides that will help us visualize it properly. Okay, this next tip is more focused on the hands and feet, but mostly the hands. If it doesn't work one way, try it in another direction. Sometimes when we draw the hands, we kinda tend to force it in a certain way, even if it looks not right. So I was sketching this in my leisure time, and if you notice here, there's actually a lot of erasures. What happened was I was trying to sketch the hand in a certain way, and it doesn't feel right to my eyes. Instead of forcing it, I decided to draw the hand in another way, and it looked more convincing to me. Our hands and wrists have quite a range in movement, so try to experiment with different angles to see what looks better. Bonus tip, try to avoid drawing the hands like this. Unless probably if you're drawing a palm strike or something. This pose is actually quite painful. When you're drawing a hand reaching out, don't bend the wrist all the way. Just a slight angle like this will do, and then draw the pinky finger in another direction than the other fingers. You can also do a similar thing with the ring finger, but it depends on what you're after. Remember that there's absolutely nothing wrong in using references, so get as much as you can to help you visualize the drawing better. What you can do is go to a mirror and act the pose yourself. Take a photo of the pose. If you have those posing dolls, you can also use them. Make it pose however you like, and then take a photo using your phone. Now that we've worked out how to foreshorten, the next thing we need to do is master drawing the face in different angles so that it matches our pose properly. If you click this video on the right, I will show you a way on how to draw this.